my name's Dana, and today I'll be sharing with you my Kindle Clear Out TBR. So the Kindle Clear Out Readathon is taking place from September 28th through October 4th. Man, I think that's right. And it has several co-hosts. So it was started by Bree from In Love and Words, and she asked these 4 co-hosts to help her run the readathon. So it's also co-hosted by Avery Loves Books, Steph's Romance Book Talk, Bree from Falling for Romance, and Zay from Witty Reads on Instagram. So I'll have all of them linked down below. Thank you so much for hosting this because I was in desperate need of a Kindle Clear Out. I feel like until recently I was never someone who hoarded Kindle books. Obviously like digital advanced copies and maybe like Kindle Unlimited books and free, anything that I saw that was free that I was interested in, I would like one-click it. But I didn't typically like buy books that I was like, oh, potentially I'll read that someday on Kindle. I would just buy something and then read it. I would like seek out a book because I needed something to read and then I'd read it. But I've been like one-clicking a lot recently, more so than ever before. I think that's something that we've all probably been doing. And so I have a lot of books that I've kind of hoarded for like one day I'll read them, but like that one day hardly ever comes. And so there are a lot of books that are on my Kindle app. I don't have a Kindle, I have an iPad, that I plan to read for the readathon. So I have a list of 10 books. A lot of them are quite short novella length, so I feel like I can read them really quickly, but I feel like 10 overall is pretty overzealous, but let's get into the books I plan to read. So the first book is one that is very exciting for me. I'm co-hosting Fall for Joanna Shoop. It's a read along over on Instagram for Joanna Shoop's Knickerbocker Club series. So it's a Gilded Age historical romance, and I'm super excited. The first book that we're reading is the prequel novella called Tycoon. I don't know a huge amount about what these books are about. I've kind of wanted to like be excited and enjoy the moment. The read along, I don't know why I can't say read along. I really want to say reading vlog every time I say readathon or read along, and it's just not, the words aren't coming out right today. So Tycoon is the first book I plan to read. It's pretty short. I'll get through it rather quickly, but I'm super excited to chat about this series with the read along participants, and it's going to be so much fun. A lot of the people who participated in Summer of Sarah McLean are joining us again, and they're a riot. I'm so excited. It's going to be great. The next book on my list is Rafe by Rebecca Weatherspoon. I've not read anything by Rebecca Weatherspoon, I believe. She has a huge amount of hype. I've heard her books are super sexy and super steamy, and all of them are diverse, especially with races, but also with body types. So I'm just very excited to dive into this. I know a lot of people really love it. So Rafe is a like male buff nanny, and he is nannying for a woman who is a single mom, and he just, you know, like cooks dinner and takes care of her, and it's all very sweet and steamy. So I'm very excited for that. I think that one's also rather short, so we're getting through the novellas this time. The next book on my list is a book that I own a physical copy of, but I also have a digital review copy of, and that's When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. I know this is a thriller. It's her first thriller, and I've heard it's rather slow in the beginning, but really picks up at the end. So I'm not typically a thriller reader, but I am an Alyssa Cole reader, and I just adore everything she's written that I've read, and I'm very excited to read this book and support it. If you haven't read Alyssa Cole, the Reluctant Royal series yet, get on it. Even if you don't have time for A Princess in Theory, the novellas, fantastic. The next book on my list is one that I've purchased like this past week, and it's House of the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. I feel like this is the book that everyone's been raving about for all spring and summer. I believe it's kind of like Sean McGuire's Wayward Children series, in that it's like these orphan children who are kind of magical creatures in a sense, at this school, and there's a new teacher or something like that. I haven't wanted to like really know what the synopsis was, but I think it was on sale for like $2.99 one day, and I just clicked. So I'm super excited. I feel like everyone has said nothing but great things about it, so I'm very excited. The next book is an e-arc that I've had that I never read, and that is The Rakess by Scarlett Peckham. So this follows a kind of a feminist woman who is trying to coerce her neighbor into an affair, and he's a single dad, and things happen. I've heard really great things about it. It was on my 5-star predictions video, so I'm very excited about it. So the next book that is on my TBR, or the next rather few books, are all, I think, short novellas, but I may be wrong about this one. So the next book is All Things Burn by Jodie Slaughter. So I've heard great things about this from Sarah McLean. I think she mentioned this on Fated Mates, and then also in our interview for Summer of Sarah McLean. So this is a book that follows a woman who's in an abusive relationship and then goes to report it to the police, and no one believes her, or no one wants to take any action against the man. So she hires an assassin, or hitman rather, to kill him, and ends up in a relationship with the hitman. I've heard it's extremely steamy, and I'm very excited on that pitch alone. So the next book that I want to read is Fans Only by B. Love. So I heard about this one from Syl from the Book Voyagers. I'll leave a link to her below. She's fantastic, and I've gotten nothing but great recommendations from her videos and her Twitter. She has so many great Kindle Unlimited finds. So this one follows, I think, two kind of frenemies who bet each other that they can have a successful OnlyFans without any emotions getting involved. And obviously they're having an OnlyFans together, so things are gonna get real steamy real quick, and it's in a novella. So I have read so many novellas based on her recommendations, and I think this one's gonna be fantastic as well. So the next book is a recommendation from Kelly, who is the other co-host of Fall for Joanna Shoup and Summer of Sarah McLean. So this is Bottle Rocket by Erin McClellan. Kelly has recommended this whole series to me, but especially Bottle Rocket, I think it's her recent favorite. This is a 4th of July novella, but her one like huge rec is that it includes pegging, so have to read it now. And then the last novella length book that I would love to squeeze in is Desperate Measures by Katie Robert. I read my first Katie Robert novella during Smudathon, the last one, which was, I think it was their group read for that. But this is one of the first in her like Twisted Taboo Villain series. And it follows all like Disney characters. So this is Jafar and Jasmine. My Disney loving heart is like, whew. So I heard all of these are like taboo. I know some of the later ones are menage books, but this one is just like older man romance, though there's probably definitely a ton of kink in it. I'm super excited. I also have another Katie Robert that I just bought. It's her like latest book, and it's a vampire romance, so that may happen too. So the last book that is on my TBR that I like hope to get to, who knows, is Well Played by Jen DeLuca. So this is the second book in her Ren Fair series. The first book is Well Met. I really loved Well Met. I think I'd read Well Met, and the past 2 years I've gone to the Renaissance Fair in New York, in upstate New York, and I just absolutely love it. So that had such an atmospheric vibe. It really felt like you were there, and I loved reading it. The enemies to romance was really great, and so I'm just super excited to fall back into that series. Yeah, and so that is my very ambitious TBR for the week. I feel like I can really drive through all of those novellas. I think I could do it. I'm super excited. There's a lot of smutty things on here, and I'm super excited for them. I also have, you know, Scribd and some books that I bought from Libro FM's romance, like, on sale books of the month. So I definitely will have some audiobooks going along, and then I plan to be vlogging the whole week. So look forward to that video on October 5th. And yeah, I'm super excited. This is like, I needed an ebook read along. Readathon. I cannot get readathon, reading vlog, and read along straight. Like this whole video. Editing Dana is gonna have a time. So if you're participating, please let me know. I'd love to know your thoughts on any of the books if you read them. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.